Hello and welcome back. It's the New Testament in a year, and today on day 54 in our New Testament reading we're in Mark 7. And if my son could read all of this, he would love today's reading because he loves anything to do with poo. He's 5 years old and poo is his favourite subject, and there's a fair bit about poo today. You might have missed it, but But Jesus talks about the fact that it's not what goes into someone's body that makes them clean or unclean. Oh, we're drifting. Hello. But it is, in fact, what comes out makes you unclean. Poo makes you clean. But it's a picture, it's a metaphor, and it's a metaphor that picks up on a theme that goes throughout the Bible, which is whatever's going on the outside is it comes from somewhere else. You know, it says that God looks at the I keep drifting. God looks at the man looks at the outward appearance, but God looks at the heart. Elsewhere, that was when we in Samuel. Elsewhere in Proverbs, it talks about that out of the heart the mouth speaks, and it's the same sort of thing. So while the Pharisees are getting stressed out with Jesus' followers because they didn't wash their hands, Jesus used that as an opportunity to talk about what is actually unclean, what makes you clean and what doesn't make you clean. He's basically saying these traditions that weren't laws themselves, they were actually just traditions made up by men. They can't make someone clean or unclean, but what goes on inside and that adherence to God's call, that is what makes someone pure. And then he picks up, we kind of keep on this theme of purity and impurity because we're introduced to a Gentile, this Syrophoenician woman, who as a non-Jew would have been considered impure. And yet what happens between her and Jesus is actually a lovely little bit of banter. It might seem harsh to us because it sounds like, yeah, Jesus is being mean and harsh. But they're actually just having a bit of banter where it's almost within that banter, he's just looking, he's prodding, and he's going, you don't really get this. You don't really get to have this miracle you're asking for because you're just a Gentile. And she's like, do you know what? I'll even take the scraps. Even the scraps would be good enough. And there's like an affection almost in that banter. And Jesus says, I love this. Go ahead. Your daughter, she's free, just as you've been asking. And, obviously what goes on outside of us matters. What comes out of our mouth, what we do with our bodies, the way we behave, it matters. But it starts in our heart. And Jesus, again and again, what he loved was seeing people's hearts, seeing faith, like in the faith of this woman, the faith to approach him, the faith to ask her in her place of need. Can you meet with me? And so today, recognizing that in any way that we're going to serve him, anything we're going to do, it starts in our heart. And the best thing that we can have in our heart is a neediness for Jesus, a recognition of who he is, a humility before him. I hope you have a good day. I'll see you again tomorrow. God bless. Bye.